What's up, everyone? It is Bill. You're tuned into episode number 743 of the Pennsylvania Rock Show. Please bear with me as I'm trying. There it goes. Facebook's starting to cooperate. This is episode number 743. We just heard a brand new song to the show from the Altered Egos. It's called Making It the Hard Way. We followed that with Black Ridge and their song Sweat. We are coming at you from musicfrom412.com, buildscene.com, megarockradio.net, and 107.1 KFGD out of St. Louis, Missouri. We are also on, Rootaroo Radio, rootaroo.com out of Texas and California, xrpradio.co.uk, which is coming to you from Scotland, Glasgow, Scotland. I know I forgot something somewhere. Well, I'll remember it at some point. Anyway, with me tonight are two members of the band Dream the Heavy. And for those on the radio, we had no idea what they were doing.
Reveal.
Neither do we.
But we're doing it together. We'll figure it out before the end of the hour.
So I have absolutely no idea if this is working on Facebook right now.
I hope it.
It just keeps saying it's connecting to Facebook.
Okay.
And my software says it is connected to Facebook, but I'm not seeing it connected to Facebook. So
That's all right. Most people, will end up watching it through YouTube. Yes, we'll keep sharing it and share it. Like
it's
through
on YouTube, it's on Facebook, it's on Kick, it's on Twitch.
Let's see, all our ancestors will watch it through that. So it's okay.
Me real quick see. Yeah, it does not appear to be live on Facebook right now for some reason. It might be. It's probably on Music from the 412 right now. And
there we go.
First Angel Media's Facebook, but for some reason, Build the Scene does not appear to be working. Mine.
Hey, but great to see you. Great to see you, Bill.
It is always a pleasure to see you, Bill.
So we when was that? September. Is it September?
Yep.
Yeah.
September. Remember
September 7th.
Yep.
We hung out in the same place.
We certainly did.
Are you talking about the
Rock for Life?
Rock for Life show.
Yeah.
And Bill took some amazing black and white pictures. So
they're all black and white because the lights were red all night. And my camera does not like red. So that was the easiest way to fix it instead of spending.
Oh, they look great.
It was an artistic choice.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's exactly what it was. It was, if I do anything else, it's going to look terrible.
Choice.
It's still a choice.
Most people don't know that choice. You know that choice. I've seen a lot of people. Most people know that choice.
The problem is, like, every camera has its own.
Consciousness.
Yeah, and like the one that I use and Jonna from First Angel Media, we use the same camera. It does not like red or like fuchsia. I get a lot of good purple and blues, and there's a lot of people whose cameras can't do that. So I happen to like the purple and blue, so I'm good with it.
I agree.
I wonder if cameras could be colorblind.
Possibly. Maybe you just have a higher chakra camera.
So I think I'm going to jump to the website first because this is a new feature on the show. I'm going to go ahead and pull up your website.
Aw,
look at that there.
Those are the world's most hideous pants, by the way. I don't know what I was thinking.
Oh, it was a table. Well, you know what? They looked great in movement. They were yellow, actually. They were yellow checker, and in movement, it was a great outfit. It really was.
Thank you. I know how to move.
You do.
I do. Yeah.
Both.
But in picture, once again, an artistic choice, not the best. You've made better.
You know what? When we go to vinyl, which we're really looking forward to having this album, not only just the album Into the Unknown, which is.
Wait, let me bring it up so people can see.
Oh, there you go.
There
Look at this.
I was about to bring that up. because I was going to
gratuitous.
scroll to it on the website. City Paper, Best of Pittsburgh 2024 winner
Yeah.
for best
Album of the
local
year.
album,
Yeah, local
album of the year. Yeah. Let me
But
switch
when-
back. Hold on. Let me switch back. I'm going to scroll to it.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the
There it
image on.
is.
Oh, hey, we won! But that's the image on the back of the CD right now. And I think when we go to vinyl, we're gonna do like a whole new thing for everybody.
Little known fact, that's the first one that God Hates Unicorns has not won.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, God
Yeah.
Hates Unicorns.
They're-
Amazing Pittsburgh act.
They're looking for a drummer currently. If anyone wants to play drums for God Hates Unicorns.
I don't play drums.
I don't play drums
I don't play
yet,
drums.
but for them I would.
Yeah. I mean, everyone's just Josh anyway, so
That's true.
And Chris.
He's-
Sorry, new bass player. I don't know.
his name is Chris.
Oh,
That's
so-
what I was
so
talking about.
correct.
Not Kilohertz. No.
Oh, you're talking about
Oh.
there's
No,
a
I-
Chris, there's another Chris.
Oh.
There's Chris
Nice.
Kilohertz KRIS, and then there's Chris
Yep.
CHRIS, but I don't know his last name. All right, so the reason I came here though, first of all, those of you on the video, you can see their website address right below me. It's dreamtheheavy.com. Right now I see one show listed. I'm going to let you guys talk about that.
Okay.
Is that the only one you have scheduled, or is that the only one on the website?
That's the only one on the website. I think that's the one that we played with a few weeks back with Chip and the Charge Ups and Funky Lamp.
Oh, is that Mr. Smalls? I can't.
I
read
believe it was
So-
Mr.
that
Smalls. Yeah.
That one is
Yeah.
this one is September 21st or December 21st.
totally-
It's Spirit Hall.
Oh, yeah, that's the
December.
Winter Wonder
That's the
Ball.
Wonder Ball.
Hey, right back
Okay.
here.
Yeah.
There you go.
I can only see. I seen Ember.
Yeah, it's
at
kind of
21.
It's I'm sure it's tiny on your screen.
Yeah.
So,
So that's Winter Wonder Ball. two,
Zinnia's
the
Garden,
second.
Animals Scream, and Back Alley Sound. Are the
Yeah.
other bands?
It's gonna be a great show.
That's gonna be a fantastic event. So
Can't miss
Winter
it.
Wonder Ball is something that we started last year. We had a fantastic turnout of local bands with Hemlock for Socrates, Normal Creatures, Back Alley Sound, and it was hosted by God Hates Unicorns. And we also featured a lot of vendors. So some were handpicked through the Allentown Night Market, some were just friends. And this year is kind of repeating the same thing. However, we have a bigger and broader spectrum of vendors. We have a tattoo artist, Jessica Jordan, who's going to be doing tattoos there as well. And then this year's bands with Abstract Theory, who is our brother,
Yes.
not by blood, but really close. He's actually in Japan right now, in Japan touring. He's opened up for Soulja Boy and KRS One. However, he has an entire jazz band in back of him. So he's more of the funk jazz element of hip hop. And then Animal Scream, who was WYEP's Band of the Year last year, is going to be joining us. Remarkable producers, remarkable talents. And then Zinnia's Garden, who might be the best thing going on in Pittsburgh right now.
Man, they're fascinating, man. They're fascinating.
They're going to take off. They're going to
Yeah.
represent Pittsburgh really well. And then Dream the Heavy.
You know it is, guys.
Yeah.
At least you do now.
If you've not seen them live, I've only made it to 2 shows, but that'll change. You guys are fun.
Thank you. Thank you.
The first time we met was at Stage AE. Am I correct?
Yep.
Yep.
That was for the Beasts of the Burg, which we were voted into.
We were voting into that. That's also the picture with the
That's on the back of
Fantastic
the
Pants.
album.
Yeah.
And the reason why, that's right, because that's what, when you have a 5-piece band, it's very rare that you have everybody in the photo at once. And I think that's why that photo was chosen. But that was done by Chip.
I think
Chip's the
Chips.
event.
Or the event was,
the event.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chip and the Charge Ups. Yeah, Chip Donovan, right?
Yeah.
And we were there because Rocky was hosting it, and I tagged along.
So glad, man.
Yeah, it was very, very fortuitous. I use a big word.
That's a big word.
Yeah, that was the night that Rocky had asked you guys already, but I went to him. I'm like, you need to ask them to play that Rock for Life slot. And he's like, I already did. I was like, okay, we're good.
Rock is a pretty amazing person.
Yeah, man.
We dig that cat a lot.
Absolutely. Rock for Life was a lot of fun.
Man, that was a blast.
Yeah, good human beings, really good human beings, great bands. Yeah, the Borstal Boys, of course, with Rock and his sibling, right? His siblings in that band as well.
So, right? Vinny's last name is not Lamondi.
Oh, okay.
I thought so too. I asked him.
Okay. All right, cool.
So here's what happened.
Then we were right.
Vinny's last name is actually Queer.
Nice.
And Facebook kept flagging him for using the name Queer. Except it's really his name.
Yeah.
So they put Lamondi in there because they had to put something in it.
That's so punk rock, man.
Dude, seriously, that's
it's
awesome.
like Pat Smear.
Pat Smear. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're not actually siblings.
They're not.
Okay,
that's awesome.
One band I walked away with. I love Blackridge. Joey's a great guy. Paul.
Yeah.
All the cats in that band. But the band that really got me was Eris Paul Band.
Oh
wow, those guys are phenomenal.
Yeah,
just I was an instant fan.
Yeah,
and so to be able to play with that kind of talent and to be asked to play that, man, that's
yeah.
So that was the second time I saw you guys live. It was the second time I saw them live too.
Nice.
First time I saw them was at the Grassroots, the band jam for Grassroots, which is right above my head right now.
Nice. I wonder how many Pauls were in that building that night. That may have been a gathering of Pauls.
It's an appalling amount of Pauls.
Well, I knew of 3 for sure.
Eris. Yeah, we go back actually some years with the Blues Society of Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Yep.
That was the first event that Rocky and I went out to try and drum up some support for Music from 412. Not this past one, the one before that. Jeff Claypool. Why can't I think of his band's name?
Primus?
The Bell Jumpers. The Bell Jumpers won the band, and Big Bay Allen was the solo duo artist that got to go on to Nashville. But that was the first time we ever set up a table for Music from the 412. We spent a year doing that, and then we didn't do any this year. It's a lot of work. I told my wife, I'm like, I feel like I'm on tour.
You pretty much were.
I mean, we were at almost every
I think we have some
Thunder Thursday at with the Shriners at the Shrine Center. We did all the Rock for Life stuff. We did. What's that?
They are so. I said they are so loud. The Shriners building is probably about a quarter of a mile from my house. Just if anybody wants to find me, there you go.
Hunt him.
But whoever does the sound for that place is incredible because everything is balanced as I'm trying to sleep. I have to get up at 4. It's a thing.
Well, for those shows, the Thunder Thursday, it's the Band Together Pittsburgh group. They are
Moondog.
They are yes, Moondog and John Vento.
Yeah.
But the people running the sound are actually I don't want to say children, but compared to me, they're kids. But they're the if you're familiar with Band Together, it's giving people with autism a chance to perform. Well, that includes running sound, DJing, being in the band. So it's people from Band Together Pittsburgh that are running the sound for the Thunder Thursdays.
Well, they're killing it. They're
doing
brilliant.
a killer job.
They're tuned in. They're definitely tuned in, man.
Hey, so our first 10-minute segment is about 14 minutes. So let's take our first break.
All right.
So we're gonna hear from Dream to Heavy. We're gonna hear their new single Candy. We're also gonna hear There You Go, just because I've played Flame a lot lately, so I had to switch it up. And
you didn't have to. You could play all 3.
I can't because of DMCA rules.
Sorry, Bill. Sorry. I'm really good at interrupting.
Hey, we'll be right back.
All right.
What's up, everyone? It is Bill from Build a Scene and Music from 412 with your ticket contest updates from Dresky Entertainment. We have 2 tickets for Trey Slides on October 18th, 2 for Samantha Fish on November 7th, Nelson with Xander Damos Post-Traumatic at Jurgles on November 10th. I'll be giving those away this Monday. Yngwie Malmsteen at the Oaks Theater on November 15th. Exodus with Havoc, Candy, Dead Heat at Preserving November 23rd. November 30th, Justin Fabus with the Borstal Boys at the Craft House. December 3rd, the Allman Betts Family Revival Palace Theater. And December 28th, House Rockers Holiday Extravaganza featuring Joe Grishecki and the House Rockers, and a reunion of Iron City House Rockers at Craft House. Make sure you check out musicfromthe412.com/concerts. It's that time of the night where Dresky Entertainment and Music from 412 are giving away 2 tickets to a Dresky Entertainment show. This one is Sunday, November 10th, featuring Nelson with Xander Damos Band and Post Traumatic at Jurgles. Early entry is $49 and 5 p.m. You can get a ticket for $35 in advance or $40 the day of the show. If you look above me, you can see the names on the wheel: Lily Six, Andrew Carr, Tina Laydig, Tom Trainer, Keith Laydig. I'm going to go ahead and hit shuffle 2 times, and I'm going to spin, and we're going to find out who is the winner of those 2 tickets. Lily Six. Lily, keep an eye on your email, and you will be getting an email from myself, and then a follow-up email from Dresky Entertainment telling you how you can pick up those tickets. Everyone else, including Lily, head to musicfrom412.com/contest and see what other shows Music from 412 and Dresky Entertainment are teaming up to give away 2 tickets to. Stick around. We are interviewing Dream the Heavy tonight on the Pennsylvania Rock Show. Hey, it's Bill. We're back. It is now segment number 2 of episode 743. With me tonight are Paul and TK from Dream the Heavy. And you just heard their newest single, Candy, that's been out for a little bit, correct?
Correctamundo.
And what was the release date on that?
You will have to ask the all-knowing rectangle that you have in your pocket. That's the only way I can tell you. But I can tell you that when we released it, WYEP made us their Artist of the Week, and we're blasting that song a lot at WYEP.
It's a fun one to play too. I've come back around to it. It's definitely our opus to love.
Yeah, that's nice. I like that.
Isn't that
opus to love?
I think Sully would agree with that one too.
Yeah.
And it's definitely a challenge for some of the musicians in the band, myself, to play repetition, which is something that I love as a music listener, but it's something I have to dial back and be part of, and really be
hold it in the pocket.
Yeah, I have that at the forefront of my mind in order to get that. So it's challenging because I just want to jump up and down.
Mm-hmm.
But
man needs to dance and he needs to dance. But another interesting thing about that song.
That was my Sami Zayn, by the way. Oh, you don't know Sami Zayn.
That's fine.
All right, cool.
They do.
Yeah, they do.
But
I know who
an
Sami
interesting
Zayn is.
You will, because ask your all-knowing rectangle.
No, I do know. He's WWE superstar.
Oh, there you go.
See?
Yeah, you know
Nice.
me. You know me.
Well, I'll have to ask my all-knowing rectangle. But a fun fact about the song "Candy" is that the first day that that Paul asked me to come and meet Matthias Brown and Sully on drums at their rehearsal space to see if I could be a singer for them, because they needed one at the time. And we jammed out and there were about 8 songs that kind of like happened that day, ish. And 2 of them made it on our album, Into the Unknown, Eyes of a Killer and Candy. And it was just from jamming, and like vocal improvisation. And yeah, that's like the first day that we were in a studio room together, a hangout room.
Cool.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
I
That was January 25th of 2022.
Feels right.
That's accurate.
So what about There You Go? That was off the previous release, right?
That was the first single that we put out.
Because it was mixed first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was also our first music video done by Ryan Dowden at Shell Shock Media.
I'm laughing because this is like the 3rd episode in a row that he's been mentioned, which is awesome.
Oh, nice.
Right? That says a lot about that character, right?
He's a great dude.
He's doing a lot for the music community.
A lot. Yeah, there you go.
You just really, I just
circled back. What do you want to know, Bill?
Well, I mean, you could do like an MTV Storytellers and tell me something about the song, especially since I'm not going to ask you about pizza. I asked you about it last time. Do you have a different answer?
You did. You know what? I would back up and I would say if you have any choice of pizza in Pittsburgh, I would go to Black Lotus because it seems like they have been absolutely supportive of the Pittsburgh music scene. So yes. I would take that back and put that there. As far as There You Go, I get it wrong all the time as far as its origins because it was like a 2-week period of us jamming and then something happened and then Sully showed up and then Matt wrote a guitar. I can't recall.
I can't recall either. Sully always knows this. He's really good for that. I wish he was here. I do think it has something to do with Tool. Is that the one that has something to do with Tool?
No, I think that was
that kind of love.
No, that was actually Until Tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah.
Fascinating.
I think There You Go just came together. I think it was one of the songs that we took jams and blended them together, perhaps. And just kind of worked with that. I love that song. That is always a closer. It's got a great heaviness to it, great blues stoner vibe to it. Starts off like like you're driving a 76 Fleetwood down Lombard Street in San Francisco.
Nice.
Goldfish are just swimming in your heels.
Always.
It's amazing. I love that. I love that song immensely. And it tends to be one of the favorites that people mention a lot. That, Flame, and Candy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. Good choices tonight, Bill.
Yeah, man. You got it.
Oh man, something popped into my head when you were talking and it's completely out. That
happens to me a lot.
All the time. Wow, I really don't know what I was going to ask you. Oh, yes.
That's all right.
I think this is the 3rd time that I've had you guys on different groupings, but I don't know if I've ever asked you where the band name came from.
It was you, dude.
I did it.
He did that.
I did it.
I did that.
We were kicking back names back and forth between a group chat. There were some very outrageous ones. There were some ones that swung for the fences, but made no connection. And I stepped back and I just remember I was like, well, just keep it simple. Like we're atmospheric. We have an ethereal vibe. TK is an amazing front person, killer voice, just absolutely charismatic. But it still kind of falls in that dream that I like to consider more of a fever dream because I love I love that term. I couldn't be fever dream that heavy, I don't think. But the dream for the and then the rhythm section. Sully is probably my favorite drummer right now in Pittsburgh.
Beautiful.
He has a lot of technique, and he'll never give himself praise for it. So I'm going to make him embarrassed, and I'm going to give him a little bit of praise.
Good.
His drumming technique is very, very on point with what we do, but at times he can be heavy. I myself am a bass player. I am heavy. Therefore, dream in the heavy. Dream the heavy.
Nice.
I'm sure that we can romanticize it in some way, but I don't think we've had the time nor the patience to do such.
You could watch some other podcasts. I've gotten pretty poetic about it.
And you just let me wax on that?
I always want to go to the source.
It was me. I thought of it.
It's true. Though. I always as it, but I go into this very occult realm. But
I'll tell you what, guys. Let's take our second break, and we're gonna hear from Steve Hawk and his song "Fool to Play," and Moonshine Jasmine and their song "Done Running," and we'll be right back.
Nice.
With Paul and TK. And I pressed the wrong button. See, I told you I was going to mess this up.
Let's
do that again.
The button.
Let me try this again.
All right.
Here we go.
Do you love searching for unique treasures and thrifting one-of-a-kind finds? Are you looking for great deals on instruments and other music gear? Do you love supporting local businesses and artisans? If this sounds like your scene, you won't want to miss the Rock and Roll Flea Market. Come out Saturday, October 26th, to explore a wide variety of merch, from instruments and equipment, to vinyl records, to antiques, to electronics, and more. Browse our booths while supporting local businesses, such as The Vault, The Church, Vinyl Palooza, Del Vecchio's, Dusty Attic, and of course, music from the 412. Come for the shopping, stay for the food and show. Catch live performances by Brian Genovese, Steve Hawk, and Voodoo Rattle. Plus, we'll be giving away free tickets to upcoming Drusky Entertainment shows to a few lucky winners. The Rock and Roll Flea Market is only here for one Saturday. Don't miss it. Visit us online for more info.
And we are back for segment number 3, the Pennsylvania Rock Show, number 743. I have TK.
Yay.
No Paul at the moment.
He's here, but he has chosen to be invisible at this time. He's changed his resonance vibration. You just can't actually see him in this realm. But
did he put a green screen in front of himself? Back during the COVID lockdown time, I taught my students how to use the green screens with Zoom, and one of them took a picture of themselves at their desk.
Clever children.
Yeah. The other teachers weren't all that happy with me.
It's great. Do you use your magic for good or bad? Are you a good witch or a bad witch? Right. That's what we always tell.
Okay, TK. So I will ask you a question.
Sure.
If you
Paul, put your fingers. You can't hear this. Yeah, sure.
Tell me about something embarrassing that happened on stage, but it can't be something you did. It has to be something someone else in the band did. And he can actually
embarrassing.
Yeah, or
embarrassing,
or funny,
or funny. Okay. All right. Here, I'm gonna get. Okay. I'm gonna bring it in tight because this is for real, chillins. When you are on stage performing, nothing is embarrassing anymore because all of that is in your past, and now you are there as an artist, opening yourself up to the crowd that has assembled, waiting for something real to happen. So as they assemble, and you're supposed to be real for them. Do yourself a fucking favor, please, and leave all that BS at the door. Don't be embarrassed anymore because that only stops you from being the artist that you have been training yourself to be and born as your entire life. So being asked that question, man, I honestly can't remember an embarrassing time for myself or any of my other bandmates there's those moments when you leave the stage and everybody's like, man, there was that one moment, and they beat themselves up just for a hot minute. And we remind ourselves that the audience didn't catch it. It's only your memory that holds on to that. And because when you go out there afterwards, nobody tells you, man, what a great show. It was fantastic. Thank you so much. But there was that one moment when you hit that wrong chord, or your stick
nobody
broke,
knows.
or nobody knows unless you tell them. And that's the other thing too. I want to tell people that are exposing themselves in public and they're new to it. You can undo it. Oh, he's frozen.
Oh, okay.
I thought
that was really
green screen Paul.
Green screen. Well, you're talking about. But when you are performing and something goes wrong, never announce it into the microphone or pick a fight with your band on stage, because in all honesty, everybody is there having their own personal moment, and they choose what they are aligning with. They're aligning with the people next to them. They're aligning with their bartender. They're aligning with the drink they're having. They're aligning with their feet and the drum pattern. If you point out whatever flub happens out of insecurity, now that perpetuates that insecurity. And they have stories talking about embarrassing moments that they've experienced, mainly about themselves and the conversation they were having with the band. But when you're doing your thing, just do your thing. Be human. Have your flub ups. Let it pass through you. Because if you hold on to it, then you're not an artist. You're a practitioner of the arts. So just be, man. So Bill, really, I can't fucking answer that question. I have no memory for it. I really don't. I wish I could, I guess, to make a good podcast, but I really don't. I don't know right now.
That was a great answer, actually. And
okay.
Paul had his fingers in the ears and missed most of it.
You didn't hear the question.
That's okay.
But he can tell you the best pizza.
Yes. So I feel like, my official question is, who's your Dave Grohl? And I feel like it's hard to ask that one now.
Oh, it's fine. If you could share a stage, a moment. I remember you asked me.
Yeah.
We'll do that. You could share. If you could be on stage with anybody, who would it be? Is that what it be?
Yeah, let's change it up though. Let's do with local bands. Who in the local scene would you want to go up with and perform?
Okay.
Ooh.
Now, do you mean as like open up with, or go up and perform with them?
Go up on stage and perform with them.
Ew, that's exciting and challenging. Because man, there's a lot of great artists on the scene now. Holy shit! Oh, I got a couple. I got a bunch. I got a list. But I think I can answer maybe.
Okay.
I mean,
all right.
You can give a list as long as it's not an hour.
It's not.
So God interviewed us before.
Yeah. God Hates Unicorns was wonderful. We did that. But Sunny Days and the Weathermen, I really can vibe with and get weird with on stage, I bet. Yeah, 100%. They're good brothers. They're great human beings. And we've excited each other from crowd to stage several times. Man, but they tap into the musical genre from their creative, outlet that I really align with. So yeah, I would definitely get freaky on stage with those cats.
Yeah, they're one of my favorite bands. Yeah. I've been fortunate enough to share a stage with Abstract Theory and Back Alley Sound, so it'd be really difficult for me to say anybody. I would love to see if I could fit on stage with Black Ridge.
Their own bass player doesn't fit on stage with them.
There's so many great ones. It's what's that saying? To name one is put a knife in the back of 1,000.
Right.
And
we're not God Hates Unicorns though.
Been there, done that.
Yeah,
love these guys.
Thanks, guys.
So He's not being a dick. Josh from God Hates Unicorns is actually laughing his ass off right now.
Millville, he tried to get me to walk him around on a leash. I was like, I'm busy.
And you didn't? You did?
I know. I
That's an
didn't.
honor.
We've had some moments in.
That is actually
We've had some good moments with that.
The first time that we were in the same place was at.
I think it was.
But I didn't know you guys at the time, and that's actually how I found out about you. Jessica told me later. She's like, "Oh yeah, those are the guys from Dream to Heavy," and that's when I reached out.
I'm glad that didn't form an opinion.
That's when you were dressed as unicorns. Some of you.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
At lumberjacks.
Yeah, that's like
Paul. Paul's definitely a unicorn.
Yeah, with three of us. But so that's why my first answer was like, yeah, we have already been on stage with those amazing artists.
There's lots of them, man. I mean, we could spend the next time from now till the next break just talking about bands. But
next podcast.
Yeah,
let's do that next time. Actually, God Hates Unicorns was our first podcast.
It was our first podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got to stop talking about God Hates Unicorns.
God damn it.
Josh is going to come back
somehow. Let's go one more question and we'll call it a night. I know TK has somewhere he needs to be, and we're pushing that time. Yeah. So besides dreamtoheavy.com, where else would you send the listeners and viewers to check you guys out? I know you have a Bandcamp. On your webpage, you had some, let me pop that back up there. There's some social media links, but which one would you say is the best place to go other than your website? Because clearly you want them at your website and to show up at your shows.
Really?
I think Instagram. We're pretty active on that. But anything that's available to you, if you want to buy our music and support us, go to Bandcamp, please. If you want to hang out and say what's up, hit us on Instagram or Facebook. You could always email us.
If you want to watch, if you can't make it to a show because you live in another part of the world, please go to YouTube. There's a lot of great live footage that people are posting and we've posted that pop up a lot, and it's really nice to see it from the interactive point from the crowd. So yeah, I like to go. I do that a lot. You know what I mean? Like when that kind of like, not out of ego, but like, you know how like when a football team goes into the locker room and they have to watch the footage to learn from it.
Yeah, I do. I've been yelled at during a lot of that.
Yeah, but there's great YouTube footage out to learn from. And just, you know, to know how that interaction, if it's happening or not, and to realize if my fly is down. But you know, sometimes the bonus.
Big zipper.
It's a big zipper. But anyway, yeah. So I would say if you want to interact immediately, Instagram. If you can't be there because you wanted to interact and you couldn't be there, go to YouTube. But all in all, go see live music, whether it's Dream the Heavy or the Cats Down the Street. Man, there's nothing like it.
Live music, December 21st at Winter Wonder Ball as well.
Oh yes, indeed. Yeah. This year it's
Spirit. Spirit Hall. We'd love to have you there, Bill. If you and Brock want to come through and hang out, I think that'd be incredible. I think that you really get a good sense of the community that is being built in Pittsburgh, and with everything going on right now, with the venues closing, it's weird. Yeah. It's like there's becoming a shortage of venues and a surplus of bands. So I think that spread is starting. So anytime you can come out and see us, Bill, we'll be happy to see you, Bill. If you can come out and see us,
always, man.
Yeah.
Very cool.
We'll always have a team.
We always have a dude. You're always in. Especially Winter Wonder Ball. This is the 21st. I'm gonna say, it's shilling season. This is just me.
Do it, baby. This is the time. No, like it's one of these events that like I would want to be at. If I wasn't lucky enough to be performing, you know, and being a part of it, I would want to be a part of it by experiencing it.
Also, speaking of him, Ryan Dowden is actually doing all of our multimedia through Shell Shock. Ava Grace is taking our prom pictures, and hosting is this guy Brian Sykes.
Oh, who's that guy?
I don't know who
I
Brian
know
Sykes
him.
is. I know. Do you really?
Well, honestly, we have never
Oh,
been
Brian.
in the same place, but
That dude he is
Grey
he is a
Walker
phenomenal
and Normal Creatures and
Podcast.
his
yes,
podcast.
and
That would be
I
a cool.
can't think
you
of the
guys
name of.
cross
All I can think of
into
is
that.
with Brian Sykes. I can't remember the name of it. Stop the
Start
beat.
Start the beat.
Start the beat.
Yep.
Start the beat.
Yep.
Start.
Start.
Oh my goodness. If you out there, if you really want to know what's happening in Pittsburgh on the Pittsburgh music scene, not just this year, but leading up to everything that's been happening, please, Brian Sykes,
Build the scene.
start
the beat.
and build music from the 412.
I like
So
how you
many
guys
outlets.
did that.
Mhm.
All right. So with that said, make sure you join us each and every Monday, usually at 9 p.m. for the Pennsylvania Rock Show live interview portion. And then at 10 p.m. you can jump on xrpradio.co.uk, buildascene.com/radio, music from 412.com/radio, and listen to the radio and podcast version where you get to hear all the music. Just a refresher, we heard from the Altered Egos and their song Making It the Hard Way. Black Ridge Sweat, Dream the Heavy, we heard Candy, and There You Go from those gentlemen. Last segment we heard from Steve Hawk, Fool to Play, and Moonshine Jasmine, Done Running. And here at the end, we're going to get a little heavy for you, and we're going to play Neo Stem and their newest song, Avoidance Behavior. And we'll catch you next week. Thanks for hanging out with me, gentlemen.
Much love.
Thank
Anytime.
you, Bill. Thank you.
Love being with you, brother.
Absolutely.
And you
That's
out
it.
there. Thanks for listening.